what is going on in the Austin luxury real estate market today. We're gonna have a quick synopsis of what I see is going on. Before we start, subscribe and like the video. If you have any comments, please put them in the comment section. I want you to know that I talked with my good friend Wade Giles the other day, and in about 30 days, Wade and I are gonna meet and have a super deep dive about what's going on in luxury. So I wanted to put this out there right now because that's gonna be in a few weeks, and I saw some very interesting things that are going on. It is a little bit of a bloodbath in luxury real estate right now. So I pulled numbers from MLS based off of what the price range are and actives, pendings. Pendings are under contract in case you don't know. And then what it was over the last year. So what you need to know is that a lot of the properties that are sold over 1 million, let's talk about luxury for a second. Luxury properties used to be properties that were over 1 million. Now people define it as 1.5 and up, okay? For the purposes of this video, I did 1 million to 2 million, 2 million to 3 million, and 3 million to 4 million. So a lot of properties that are sold between the 1 and up price range are sold on a private network where they don't hit the market, or historically they have been. A lot of times what will happen is a luxury agent will put it on that network. It's a pay to play, it doesn't hit MLS, and it gives kind of an exclusivity to it. Sometimes people can test out their price there before they put it on actual MLS. So in the 1 million to 2 million price range, the active properties right now are 1,076. That's 1,076 active listings, okay? Under contract is 388. In the last 90 days, 734 homes were sold in that price range. I looked back last year, and in the last 90 days, from this time last year, it was 801. So it's gone down a little bit, but again, remember that a lot of this is not gonna be reflective because a lot of it's sold off market and we don't have those numbers to show you. I have numbers of the actives and the under contracts right now, but we don't have historical data of the solds. So the 2 to 3 million, the actives are 237 actives, under contract are 53, and sold in the last 90 days is 117. I looked last year, it was 130. Again, it's not gonna be reflective, but what's really important here is 237 actives in 2 to 3 million. That's a lot, okay? Especially in that price range, because remember that a lot of the 2 to 3 million is going to be sold on the private network. It will never even hit MLS. And a lot of times when it hits MLS is because they couldn't sell it on the private network. Okay, that's huge. The 3 million and up active in MLS, 247. That is a lot of homes that are over 3 million. Under contract, 35, okay? And the last 90 days, that were sold, 24. That is super, super low. The last 90 days was 24 solds, 24. So if you have a house that is over $3 million, you have it active, your chances of selling it are way lower. Last year at this time, there were 34. You know, these numbers have sold from now, last 3 months right now, and the last 3 months last year are showing to be very close. But again, you have to remember that last year, most of these homes, or majority of these homes, at least 50% of them, didn't even hit MLS, okay? So that's very telling. And then on the private luxury network, the number of actives right now is a whopping 355. I've never seen that many active listings over $1 million in the luxury private network, never. That's huge. And the amount of pending is 31. They don't track solds. That's one reason you list on there, so the buyer doesn't have to, in many cases, doesn't have to take the information that is submitted to the tax assessor. So, you know, it's brought me to is, why are there so many active properties right now? Why are people selling right now? And I asked this a question to several of our luxury agents, and a couple outside luxury agents, and a lot. I mean, obviously there are some that have to move. That's the general reason why you move, right? But then some of them are moving because they are feeling like they want to take advantage of the market. They are trying to time the market, but you know what? They missed it. They missed the timing. And I've talked about this in several videos, but the important thing to remember is if you're trying to time the market as a seller, this is a prime example of why you shouldn't time the market as a buyer. Because by the time you get wind, at the time you make that decision, it may already be late. So if you're a buyer looking at a home right now, or looking to buy homes right now, but you're trying to time the market is timed, okay? And if you're trying to wait for something to get better, by the time that things change, the historical data is going to be changed, and you won't know until it's too late. We know that the luxury market's gone down by at least 5%. Maybe it goes down another 2 or 3% in the coming months, but my advice for any agents or working with buyers or looking in luxury is tell them this data. Tell them that these sellers were trying to time the market and it's too late. They're going to get less than they would have a year ago or even 6 months ago. So you could say the same thing to buyers. The market is timed. Go out there, try and find a home, and find a home at what I believe is going to be one of the best discounts in price than we have seen in years ago. So that's all I have to say about this. Check us out and subscribe to this video because we've got a lot of great videos coming on. You're going to want to hear me and Wade Giles give our presentation in about 30 to 40 days. Thanks.